they call me the one hit wonder, and then come back and then hit again and then go away and then come back and hit. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good nickname. One of the best, I think. Really rolls off the tongue. Hi. Welcome. How we doing? Oh god, it's just weird. Okay, turn up my volume. I think I can hear myself. There we go. I think. Microphone, work with me. I think we're good. No, god. Microphone's just gone. It's just gone. I'm going to have to get a replacement, I think, because it's just cooked. It is just cooked. Oh, okay. I think I've finagled it. I've whispered sweet nothings into the microphone and now it works. You can hear... Oh, good. No, the problem is it's on my end. The audio port in the microphone is just gone. It's just absolutely cooked. So half the time it doesn't pick up my own microphone. Like, I can't hear my own feedback, so it sounds like I'm talking with my ears covered. It's an experience. It's an experience. Just got home from group. Welcome back. Welcome. Poor microphone. Yeah, I mean, it's done well. It's gone for a good solid, 4.5 years at this point. So, try throwing against the wall. Well, that's what I did with my mouse. And I've cooked my mouse as well. Well done, Billy. Well done for snagging first. That's what happened with my... Just all my tech is just gone. I'm going to spend an absolute fortune next weekend on Black Friday. It's Cyber Monday. That's that whole thing, right? I've got an extra light on. I was looking at my my little camera down the bottom, and I was thinking to myself, I look a little bit overexposed, just a wee bit. That would be why. Just on that too fast. They've got so much practice. Billy rigged it on the back. Blank canvas, yeah. Missing all the night streams, letting you get your first streak. Let's go. Boom. There you go. Stream acquired. Streak acquired. But yeah, just to get back into things again, I'm wanting to start with a blank canvas and just do some studies to begin with. And we'll see how we go. I need to build up momentum. But yeah, no, this coming weekend, I'm going to be spending an absolute fortune on tech stuff because I need a new microphone because this one's cooked. I need a new mouse because the battery, so this is the case for the front, the battery sits loose in here and there's nothing I can do about it. It just sits loose, so it means that sometimes it falls out of alignment with the chakras and the stars and all that jazz, and then it just stops working. And that's just, it's not great to have a mouse that you can't rely on. So I've got to replace microphone, got to replace mouse. I need a new monitor. I need a new graphics card. Oh, God, no, it's just... I think I'll go with my left arm. I think it'll be my left arm that I chop off. Because I don't need it, right? For what? Right? I draw with my right arm. I can get rid of my left arm, right? Pay for tech for the next year. Surprised you got second. Did the classic looking away right as the scene changed? Your instincts kicked in that moment. You knew. Need to get a new Steam machine. Oh, true. Although, haven't you seen that people have been absolutely beside themselves with rage, hearing that it's not going to be priced as a console. Getting another Yeti or something new. I think another Yeti if I can get my hands on a decent one. The problem is I think they're out of production at the moment. I'm not sure. There's something weird about them because I can't see them listed properly on the Logitech site. So I don't know. See what I can get. No blue tack. Blue tack ain't gonna cut it. Unfortunately. because it's incredibly temperamental. It's not even like an elevation thing. It's not like the battery's sitting too low or something where I could just fix it by putting in a little stopgap. The battery just decides to stop working. I've tried changing out different batteries. I've prayed to all sorts of different totems and deities to get it. It's nothing works. Like a new mic too. Really don't have the extra cash right now. Yeah, that's fair. You can hook me up if I want to sell my body. Hell yes. Okay, we'll start with my left arm and we'll see how we go from there. I don't use my legs too much, so we could potentially look at those if things get desperate. Camera is mirrored. Left looks somewhere right. Yeah, it is. It is flipped. It's flipped so that when I'm looking at my canvas, I'm looking towards the canvas on the little preview window as well. So if I'm looking to it, yeah, see what I mean? Mostly seeing people complaining the Steam machine is weak. It's really X6 the Steam Deck. It's also X6 of what you feel that you need. So yeah, well, no, for sure. The Steam machine kind of sits in a weird spot, right? Because if you want a console, you're probably going to go with something priced as a console, right? You're probably going to go with like a PS5 or something. If you want a computer, you'd probably go with like a customizable PC in the stats that you want it. It's probably going to be like a little bit more expensive than the Steam machine, but at that point in time, you're curating exactly what you want. It's kind of sitting in like a weird middle ground. I feel as though they've attempted this in the past. They've attempted the Steam machine in the past, and I feel as though they're going to end up with a very similar result where everybody looks at it and goes, why would I get this? Why would I get this though? You know? Found your receipt for your microphone on the weekend. Yours has given you a very solid 5 years. Yeah. We're hitting that kind of mileage on this one as well. So it's been incredibly decent. Toes are valuable. Can be used interchangeably with fingers. Therefore, if somebody lost a finger, yeah, good point. Stewie, keep that in mind, okay? If I send you some toes. Fits in a very good spot for people coming from consoles or people like you who just can't be bothered making a custom PC. That's fair, but I strongly feel as though it's a niche market, right? As opposed to kind of a main pocket. Because you're a baller. No, that's fair. That's fair. How you going, Fields? How was your weekend? Having stream muted because you're in your kids' room, reading how very chat is. It's good. No, we're having conversations. No one does. Logged it? Good. Knew a friend who had a Steam machine. Problem is definitely it being eventually obsolete. Even if a console isn't being supported, you can still play the games, but a PC gets updated out of the hardware. Yeah. Yep. It feels, I don't know, unnecessarily risky, as I suppose is I suppose the way that I'd describe it. But that's just me. Let's start with some super basic warm-ups and then go from there. I'll just have that going in the background. I won't really think about it. It'll be more training my hand more than anything. But yeah, how we doing? Sorry, if you've missed any of the drama on Discord, I've been MIA for the last basically week. I have streamed like a little bit here and there across last week, but it doesn't really count. It was a mixed bag. I had a family member in and out of hospital, and then also on Friday I was like, okay, I'm just gonna rest up today, guys. You know, no stream, but I'll be taking it easy. Actually, ended up going into hospital again on the Friday, but regardless, all of that has calmed down. We're all good. Have like a really solid, what's the word? When a doctor gives you prescribed for because you've been. The doctor said what the problem was. Gave a God, why can't I think? A diagnosis, thank you. Gave a diagnosis, was a more accurate diagnosis the second time, which is awesome. So we're all in the clear. Super smooth sailing from here. I mean, it's not great. The family member is still very, very, very sick, but relatively stable. We're not going to have like random spikes of excitement. So I should be back to the usual routine. And you already said that kind of half paying attention. No, you're good. Coming to you that you did not recall your weekend at all. I mean, there can be joy in just kind of brains off weekend a little bit. That can be fun. Oh God, that was an awful line. Awful lines. Hope they're well soon. Thank you. Me too. They've said that they're on the mend at this point. I'll take their word for it. But it also means that while they're still in recovery, my streams might be a little bit hit and miss. I might have to start kind of all over the place because I am looking after them at the moment. But I do promise to stream. So even if I am a couple of hours late or something, I still will get a stream done like tonight. You might buy Chaos the other day? Yeah. Yep. Nurse Mahat. Yeah, it's true. I dress up in the full outfit and everything. I knock. Hello. with the apron and the thing with the little plus on the. It's very cute. I do my nails and everything. It's great. No, that's inaccurate. You can have incredibly masculine nurses nowadays as well. I just the thought of me playing into the stereotype was very funny. Mahali, 50s combat nurse. No problem. Thank you. So everyone here is very fine with me prioritizing family. You guys have been exceptional. Every time I've given you a little update, there's been no like, kick the dirt. There's been none of that. So I've been overjoyed. I've been overjoyed at how forgiving you guys have been. Thank you very much. You know what's not forgiving? Lines. Not forgiving at all. They're awful. God, I'll explain what I'm doing. I'm trying to train my my muscle memory. So I'm just trying to kind of brain off, engage in some straight lines by using my shoulder. You can do straight lines with your wrist. They tend to look a little bit quaky is the problem. You can kind of drag your hand down, but using your shoulder and your arm gives you more control in theory. So I'm doing that little bit of practice. It's good as a warm-up. I wouldn't put too much time into it. It's just one of those things that you do on a daily basis. And then you can just see the results. Do it on a daily basis. See what happens. Immaculate lines. Just isolate one of them. Isolate one of the lines. Use the rotation tool. And there you go. See? Straight as an... don't worry about it. Just turn off your monitor. Actually feel like you're more important than my loved ones. And you're disappointed. Gav, that's fair enough. Gav, that's fair. And you should value yourself that highly. You should. No, it's important to kind of set yourself on a pedestal. I mean, if nobody's going to believe in you that hard, you need to be the rock that anchors your soul, you know? With audio too? Welcome. All the dirt kicking was done in private. Good. No, talk behind my back all you like. Not a problem. Did kick the dirt, but it was an accident. Of course. I'm assuming that you apologized afterwards. So definitely better for your wrist. It is better for your wrist as well. Just better form in general. Zoomed out for wrist-drawn lines. Smaller areas means faster. The line can go swish, swish. For sure. It's what I'm describing is very much so rule of thumb. It doesn't necessarily apply to everything. Using your shoulder is great. Also feels really nice when you get used to it. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Those lines are correct. Lines are as straight as you. Might look so at a glance. Look close enough at anything but. Well, okay. Well, I'll stop zooming in. Okay. Oh God, that was awful. The plan is for the next like couple of weeks, I guess, is to just do some study streams, because I felt a little bit flotsam for a little while now. And I think I've spoken highly about it in the past, of the period of time between my first year of streaming and my second year of streaming. I took a year off and I just spammed studies for a good solid 12-month block. I'm missing that feeling of improvement, so I'm going to want to press the accelerator a little bit and try and lean into that a little bit more. Not the stratus, that's important though. It's the expression. For sure, I don't need it mechanical, I don't need it machine-like. But the problem is how much attention it requires for me to hit a straight line at the moment. That's kind of more the issue. Practicing makes an expression of experience, for sure. And if I can get them expressive, straight enough, but easy as well, I think I'd be happy. You're the sixth from the right, top row. 6 from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of expression, that's a lovely angle. Name the line. Oh, good lord. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. We've got Deborah over here on the right, and then Stanley. Oh, Stewie, believe it or not. Unrelated to the Stu Barker in chat. We've got Stewie there, third from the right. Then we have Daniel. We've got Charlie, Jordan, Ishmael, Yuki. Oh, God. Douglas, Mihaly, again, completely unrelated, completely coincidental. Oh God, I'm terrible. In D&D, the amount of random names that you have to come up with on the fly. Fun little tip for you: if you're DMing and you're needing to come up with names, come up with the names ahead of time on a big list and then roll for them. Frick you, Huma. Frick that guy. How long until the name improv runs out? Immediately. You claim that. Sorry. No, you did claim that line. That one was not true. Stanley is the straightest backward 3 you've ever... ran out when he used his own... Yeah, yep. Immediately. The problem is I start thinking too much. I'm thinking like, okay, well, I've kind of gone with that feeling of name. Let's go with a different feeling of name. Let's go with something a little bit crunchier, a bit more wavy bits, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as I start engaging in that thought process, it grinds to a halt. I could sit there like Samantha, Sam, Samuel, Douglas, Doug, Carl, Carlos, Juan, Jack, Jacob, blah, blah, and go through a very kind of step-by-step escalation. But that's boring. You need a little bit of texture in your life. You like taking random letters, combining them, and then testing the word out loud without sounding like anything else. That's very fun for naming things, actually. I'm writing a D&D thing at the moment, and I'm coming up with names, and I'm kind of doing that. A little... Here are all the columns that I'm taking from. Column A is, as you've described, just taking sounds, mouth noises, and just kind of mashing them together and see what happens. Column B is, there's a site called fantasynamegenerator.com. Incredibly useful, and just kind of browsing through there, looking for things that I like. Column C, third column, is thinking of what languages and cultures kind of loosely ascribe themselves to some of the themes and locations and stuff that I'm working with, and then taking words from that language and messing around with them. So I mash those 3 columns together enough to the point where I end up with lovely chaos. Lovely chaos. Welcome in, Trebet. Oh, it's your first check-in. Congratulations. Juan into J. Oh, there's a J. Your brain's been so D&D focused today. It's a good problem to have, isn't it? If the names are similar, won't they get mixed up? I mean, yeah, but it's easier to leap from one to the next, you know? Hi. How you going, Trevor? How was your weekend? Try to make all of your goblin children names start with T. Oh, no. When did you become VIP? Whenever you started drawing for the monthly art prompt. That is actually a good point, though. Thank you for reminding me. The monthly art fair is a week away from being finished. It's a week away. If you have an entry that you would like to submit for the month of November, so anything dinosaur or like prehistoric related, get your entries in pretty soon. There's no actual time limit on it, but if you want your little VIP badge in chat, get it in before the end of the month. Need to find a list of them, but you made them and wrote them down so you could remind yourself, and the DM what their names were and their personalities. That's amazing. It was fine. You bought the Expedition 33 game, but you found out that your hardware isn't enough to run it. Yeah. I'm looking to update my PC this next weekend. Basically for that, not exactly for that reason. I'll explain why in a second. I could explain now, actually. Let's just go with it. What I've got currently with my setup is... Okay, we've got some straight lines. Straightish lines. Save. What I've currently got with my setup is I've got my working monitor on the right and I've got my gaming monitor on the left, right? Drawings, studies, lines, there we go. Bubble. So I've got my working monitor on the right, my gaming monitor on the left. Every time I want to go from work mode to play a video game, I need to literally move everything over to the left, unplug my tablet, put it up on the little thing, bring my keyboard down, and like bring my mouse pad over it. It's awful. It's the absolute worst. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this weekend once I get a new monitor, I'll be able to have it just all on the one. Do I unplug my working monitor when I'm gaming? No. So I run my games on my gaming monitor. I say my gaming monitor. It's a very cheap monitor that just has a high refresh rate. So grateful for the work you were doing, allowing you to have such a future-proof PC. Do I already have screens in mind? I do. I'm currently looking at the... Oh, God. The MSI MPG... Oh, God, they're awful with their names, aren't they? 321 URXW QD OLED 315 Ultra HD. It just rolls off the tongue. It's beautiful. It's an MSI monitor that allows for 4K, has a high refresh rate, and has accurate colors. So it fits all three of my criteria. Hi, Ghoulie. How you going? You play on a laptop? Figured since it was able to handle The Last of Us Part 2 on low settings, while still looking great, that would be able to run Expedition as well. Yeah, it's... oh no, Ghoulie. It's been a little bit like that for the past couple of years. There's been almost like a filtering process. Expedition 33 was one of them. The new Borderlands is another one where they've essentially been like, frick you, if you don't have modern hardware, then you can't play our game. Kind of sucks. But that was your nickname in college. Your nickname in college was MSIMPG 321 URXW QD OLED 315 Ultra HD. Oh my god. It's pretty trendy. I mean, if they've named a monitor after it, it's probably got something going. Switched back to dual monitors recently. Been using your 4K 32-inch monitor as a TV in Pixie's room to watch shows. It's been wonderful. I've never had 4K. I've never had 4K anything. So I don't know, I'm both excited and incredibly scared at the same time. What if it changes my expectation for anything visual? What if all of a sudden my minimum is like, I require 4K to look at it with my mortal eyes. God, I don't want that to be me. I can't. No. Got GTX 1660 Ti with some Ryzen 7 CPU, 16 gigabyte RAM. Yeah, the 1660 would be like a little bit outdated now. Wait, 1660. Is it? I'm not familiar with the... It's a Ryzen blah blah blah. I'm familiar with the NVIDIA naming procedure where it's like the 1050, 1060 to blah, then the 20 blah, 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 30 blah, 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 and then we're up to 50 now, right? I'm not familiar with the 16. Save the lines for later to compare to future so I can inspire myself with my own progress. It's less to compare them and more to kind of see that I have done bulk, if that makes sense. It helps with mental. Helps with motivation. Hope I'm doing better. Yeah, doing well. Hi, Bollicher, by the way. Sorry, I had to wait it until ads just so that people aren't locked behind. Hi, Bollicher. Welcome. How you going? I'm going well, by the way, to answer your question. Weekend was last week and weekend was rocky, but now we're in smooth waters, smooth sailing. Hi, Max. Hi. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the tavern. How you going? How's your weekend? You're scared once you try and hide resolutions, you would despise other. That's my fear. As soon as I hit 4K, I'll just have this unreasonable expectation of everything. Found 1440p to be a nice sweet spot for you. 1440p, 165 hertz. Very nice to game on. Imagine so. You're on your PC in 1080. It's a little baby handheld, but your Xbox is 4K. When you want anything to look good, it goes up on the TV. Max is one of your besties. Oh, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Help yourself to any of the chairs. Anything that's not being sat on is free to be sat on. Gotta go to bed. Have a good night, guys. Night, Gav. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Been loving the updates on Insta, by the way. They've been looking really, really good. Really, really good. Check out Gav's work, by the way. Really cool. Start yelling at random screens in the wild. Yeah, exactly. The thought of seeing a normal HD screen in the wild and just getting absolutely unnecessarily angry. No. You are dead-brained? I mean, welcome. You have found excellent company to be dead-brained in, as I'm similarly dead-brained, but looking to recover. Hope your weekend was good. Thank you. Yeah, of course. Would love to upgrade, but job applications are not going how you imagine they would. Yeah, fair. I've been sitting on this. I've just upgraded my the processing side of things, CPU, motherboard, RAM. But otherwise, this computer is like 6 years old at this point or something. I'm on a 2060 at the moment, so looking to upgrade. Looks like the MSI monitor has really good marks all round. One strong weakness to it. Blacks in bright rooms get tinted purple. Oh, okay. As long as your lights are on, monitor should be fine. I tend to work in this environment, so I'm relatively fine in that regard. But thanks for the heads up. What about wonderful pile of comfy straw? You just put a cape over it. Yeah, no, please, by all means. Gonna have you on the phone, do a little Dwarven Kingdom of... Yeah, please, of course. Don't get out of bed for anything less. I'm worried about having that standard. Recommend staying away from 50 series NVIDIA cards. I kind of have to, is the problem. Because I know what you're going to say. It's going to be the the AI upscaling, it's a little bit different than like generative AI, but I get what you mean. Having a reliance on it isn't great. Just a little wind down before sleep, of course. Sets up a hammock using the chair. People are sitting. Oh, very clever. No, not technically breaking the rules. You're all good. Review of what you think is that Monacer sent on Discord. Recommend ratings.com for a good review. So thank you. 4070 Ti is what you have. I'll see how I go. I'll have a look into it. I have my heart set on a 5070, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. Tim Cook told you need this year's iPhone to warm your eyes up. It's incredibly important. Incredibly important. Because, I mean, otherwise, what are you doing, you know? What? You want to phone call somebody on outdated hardware? You mental? You crazy? You can't phone call with an outdated iPhone. Oh God, these lines. It's fine. What about a mobile hammock? Ooh, between Golem and Familiar. On the move. Having a 5070 Ti. I'd never go Ti. I don't need it. But a 5070 is probably the direction I'm heading in. Aren't heavy enough to make the floorboards open up into the... I mean, you can roll for it. 4090 may have fried your 1000 watt power supply, but warranty covered it. Now with a new 12,000 watt, 12,000, good lord, 1200 watt, it's pairing away perfectly. Really? It fried your 1000 watt? I mean, but it is a 90 series. That is semi-expected. I've heard that with the 70 series, I can comfortably run like a 750 or an 850 watt power supply. 70 is not bad. Can't just raw dog 8K. You can't. It's impossible. Streaking. Oh, hell yeah. 3-stream streak. Hell yeah. Practicing strokes earlier. Yeah. I'm terrible with my fundamentals. And I was saying earlier that I want to work on studies for the next little stint. To kind of get that improvement high going again. It won't be for too long, just a couple of weeks, I think, but we'll see how we go. I might dedicate a day to it. That might be good instead of going for an all or nothing approach. It might be that my afternoon streams are studies, or like a Wednesday is a study or something. I'll think about it. You'd like the 5070 Ti or something like that, but 40 series cards stop selling in EU. Yep. All the numbers. It is a little bit nonsense unless you know exactly what it is. No context clues. No context clues at all. Your PC is a bit of a unit though. It was running a lot and you pushed it pretty high. I think you may have also just been unlucky with the original power supply. Fair. Yeah, no, I don't think my computer is particularly power hungry. I'm worried about the heat maybe, but otherwise I think I'm good. Done with numbers now? Good. Good practice, pun intended. It's important to have like semi-consistency with these things, and I don't have that at the moment. So I tend to go for like a couple of months with a pretty decent practice routine. But then as soon as I take commission work, my studies fall off a cliff. So I need to find a way of incorporating them into my day-to-day a little bit better. Something you could suffer to do too. It's good. I highly recommend. Even if it's just like 5 minutes a day, it all adds up. It does help. 60 series was already announced. It feels like it was just years. The 40 series was the big thing. Yeah. Yep. Ooh. No, it's this side that's awful. Let's get rid of that. It's the cube, Sam Witwicky. Put the cube into my shoe. I can't remember the Star Wars movies, Transformers, but good lord. Bought the one that seemed like it would be the most solid for the longest. Yeah. No, it definitely future-proofs you. 90 series is overkill. 80 series similar. I think 70 series is the best bang for its buck. And then the TI, I suppose, is just like 0.5 on top of that. Tried making an arcane character in Blender. Nearly crashed your whole computer by accidentally dragging one slider too far. It can happen. It can happen with rendering software specifically, yeah. Are you ladies what man 117 or whatever it is? Drawing capital letters. At every angle you can think of, practice most line studies easily. For sure. No, the more that you kind of push yourself, the easier kind of mundane line work becomes. Saving up for a 90 series so you can play Mario 64 in 24K. No, absolutely not needed. As a 90 series owner, yes. Yeah, you're never gonna push it. You're never gonna push it. But hey, it's one of those things where if you can rationalize it, heck, even if you can't rationalize it, even if you're like, this will just bring me joy, by all means, go for your life. Arachne, not arcane. And Arachne is a half spike. Yeah. I'm Greek. Of course, I know what, I understand what Arachne. Arachne stands for spider. So, of course, an arachnoid would be a spider person, of course. It is easy to understand as soon as you do the, talking about numbers, as soon as you do the mathematics, it makes perfect sense. You've not watched Arcane? It's a good show. I've seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet. Very nice rendering videos as quick as you can. For sure. No, it's not that you won't see the performance. It's just, it's very much so one of those like satisfaction things, you know? Nobody's shaking you by the collar going, I need it. I need the 90 series. I need it. I need it for bare minimum. I need it to get my work done. Like it's not, it's not going to happen. You're trying to merge all the pieces into one object and remesh it smooth, but you accidentally subdivided too far. Yeah. Yep. And as soon as it doubles all of the subdivisions, it just, your computer goes, can't do that. Here's with a little bit of Greek for a bit. But you know how awkward this is, though. Oh, well, no, you don't, because as soon as somebody asks you to speak in Romanian, you're like, oh, yeah, please, I'll love to do it. It's so freaking awkward. I don't know what to say. God, I'll say something basic. Γεια σας παιδιά, με λένε Μιχάλη, είμαι streamer, κάνω αρτιστικές, μεταγραφικά και πάει πολύ καλά. Boom. Moment when redeem button. Yeah, Greek redeem button. Oh, good lord, could you imagine? Allowed you offload stream and video encoding to the GPU without any performance hit, meaning your CPU could be fully utilized for the gaming. Really? You could render something and play games at... Okay, yeah, okay, well, I'm seeing the appeal. Held up at gunpoint, was certain to be alive, didn't upgrade right away. Doubling was fine because you start with low poly. The issue was you accidentally dragged the slider into the decimal that turned it into millions by multiplication. Oh god. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Sounded like the Greek leader from a Civ game. I don't think No, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think any of the Civ games have ever had the dialogue, "Hey kids, how's it going? My name's Mahali. I'm doing art with my graphics pad and it's going well." I mean, I've been wrong in the past. I'm happy to concede if that's the case here. Trying to click the tiny arrow 0.01 at a time, but your mouse moved into the bar. Yeah, no, that would do it. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah. Have bloody 24 gigabytes of VRAM. It's so dumb. I can imagine so, yeah. Wouldn't know. You don't speak Greek. No, fair point. Fair point. That could be exactly what he says. Or she said, whatever. Watched Arcane just because people were rubbing it in your face because it's League of Legends, but it's actually not, or something like that. Not a fan of the game either. Never played it because you wouldn't be such a toxic. You'd be such a toxic. But yeah. Really enjoyed Has Been Hotel spin-off shows like those much more because of the darker humor and other things about it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. I've been kind of overly saturated by the Has Been Hotel style of animation because that's been popular for going on 2 decades now. So when Arcane introduced such a drastically different art style, that's what immediately took my attention. So yeah, that's the draw. Companies need to learn that though, where as soon as companies realize that, oh, Arcane's super popular, let's do Arcane art style, they immediately oversaturate that art style too. You can see it now, where everybody's invested in the Arcane art style for everything everything that they're doing. Even the new Critical Role game that's just come out is in the Arcane art style. It's too much. The appeal is the uniqueness. Make unique things and I will be there, front row seat. Time to mod it in, hell yeah. Need to learn how to make the rigging and texturing though. Can make models but you can't finish them. Had a lot of hand holding help with the learning as far as you did, but the friend who taught you ghosted you. There are lots and lots and lots of really helpful tutorials online. It's difficult to keep focused on going through the tutorial process. I'd recommend not skipping around though. I would go through them systematically. That way you don't drop details here and there. Don't do what I did. How you all going? Yeah, Glitch, you're doing well. Doing well. You? How are you? How's uni going? Crazy rant after a seizure. They got weirded out, but fair. Arcane's art style was a big thing for you, yeah? The whole painted look? This might be shocking, but yeah, no, the painterly art style resonated with me. I know, shocking. I told you, hang on to your butts. It was a spicy take. Not really able to deal with tutorials. With 3D, you have to learn hands-on. With body doubling, fair. Does tutorial going through with body doubling help? Like somebody being present while you're going through the tutorial process, does that help? Because that might be an in-between option. Just fine. Just got back from microeconomics lecture. Welcome back. Hopefully your brain isn't too fried. Speaking of struggling with learning things, the lecture process is just in one ear, out the other. I have to take frantic notes, or else I'm just not going to remember anything. Wouldn't have known. I know. I put people off like that. Flashy classic cartoon style, but you like the spin off much better, and it's not as full of songs, which you appreciate. Fair. No, fair. And then always added bonus of supporting indie. God, missed the note and then some. You need some good paintbrushes in CSP. Tried searching for what you said, but couldn't find it. I'll give myself a little note here. Or if you DM me on Discord with CSP brush or just like a message like that, I'll look it up after stream and I'll find it for you. You think they'd also be watching the tutorial, both asking each other about it and making things at the same time? Right, okay, so like cooperative. Yeah, I see what you mean. Anyone knows a good brush pack? Appreciate it. Yeah, no, of course. Go into like indie animation much more than the big studio budget ones. It's the same with indie games. I feel you on the indie games. I feel feels with the jump scare. I feel you on the indie games, very much so. I've been on an indie tear for a few years now. I'm not avidly against AAA. It's just everything that AAA has come out with lately has been incredibly boring. Incredibly boring and over-budgeted, overpriced, all that jazz. And indie just delivers, you know. Speaking of which, I'm almost finished Hollow Knight. I'm at like 98% completion. I could just defeat the final boss now if I wanted to, but I'm having so much fun with it that I'm going through and doing all of the auxiliary stuff as well. Tried the practice thing using the horizontal grid that goes to a single vanishing point. Draw the boxes and like, yeah, yep, perspective grids. Yep. At the moment, I'm trying to train my subconscious. Trying to train my non-thinking brain to where I could just draw objects in three-dimensional space and not have to think about it. Who plays indie games anymore? Yeah, I don't know. Some nerds, I'd imagine. Beating Silk Song's boss last night. Congratulations, Billy. That's awesome. I'm at the point now where I probably should beat the final boss of Hollow Knight and get the first ending, because I run the risk of trapping myself and not being able to get the first ending done. So I should probably do that pretty soon. Time for bed now. Hope you have a wonderful stream. Thanks, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry for the late stream, but yeah, thank you. Look after yourself. Nightmares. Just working on some perspective stuff too. Nice. Yeah, makes sense with things. Yep. First ending was very cool. Nice. I've heard that there are quite a few in Hollow Knight, so I should just commit and complete one of them, just to kind of see what's going on, you know. But yeah, Jamie, it's how I ended up with the perspective of the rat piece, the rat skeleton piece. Was with a perspective grid and then just putting boxes on the grids. It's very good practice. Very, 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 very good practice. My plan is to, with a few studies moving forward, grab some artificial landscapes. What I mean by that is landscapes that have artificial structures in them, buildings, cars, boxes, whatever it happens to be. Break down the perspective in the piece by going through and gridding it up, going like, okay, that angle exists there, that angle exists there, that does that, blah, 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 blah. And then attempting to recreate it afterwards. That was the Discord title when you streamed it last night. Don't know what percent you're up to. Let you see if you can check. Not true, Andy. Yeah, fair. Silking his song. Dwarf cities are so fun with their scale, so grand and fantastical feeling with it being underground. For sure. Highly recommend looking into underground waterfalls as well, if you haven't already. Because when it comes to underground stuff, nothing gets me more inspired than seeing those kind of visuals. They're so pretty. They are so pretty. It's ridiculous. Especially if it's like just below the surface waterfall, because you'll have a scene that looks like this, right? Where you've got a hole in the ceiling above, you've got somebody standing here just chilling, having a good time, just like a little peace symbol faced up like that. And then you've got these massive torrents of water with light pouring in as well, and it just illuminates the whole thing. But all of this here is all dark. It's just it's so good. 1 hour you yapping your ear off about your vision, just like always. You know I'm always a DM away, now and forever. Hasn't even started Silk Song yet. Said I'm staying spoiler free. Yeah, yep. No, I appreciate the consideration. I didn't see spoilers. I appreciate it. Want good cave references? Check out Postonia Cave in Slovenia. Or let me grab that. Chuck it into a Google search. Ooh. Some lovely stalactites. Lovely stalactites. Ooh. The dripping wax cave. It's so good. Had a chance to go there. The scale is insane. I can imagine so. I've never been in a jaw-dropping cave, I suppose is maybe the best way that I'd describe this. I've been in a little cave system in Greece with like a little underground river passing through it. That was really cool. There was like a little bit of this, but not to this degree, not to this scale. So cool. I love it when I love the dripping wax aesthetic. It's so freaking cool. Could you imagine this kind of environment with candles everywhere as well? Could you imagine? And you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the rock formations and where there is actually dripping wax. It'd be so good. And then turn it into a catacomb as well with like skulls embedded in it. Oh God, it'd be so good. And then add zombies. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little bit carried away. But you know what? It's so good. So just tasty. When you grow like 1 centimeter every 100 years. Yeah. Yep. No, do not touch any of those formations because you're dealing like historical damage at that point. Depends on the stone type. Some stalagmites can grow a meter over 20 years. So it depends on the form, as you said, the type of stone, the location, like the humidity, where the water source is coming from, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. There's a large open area that hold orchestral and ballet performance. That's so sick. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Silk Song is your favorite game this year? Even though it's not going to win any awards because Expedition 33 is there. It's a great game too. Hope wins because, well, it's not some AAA slot from a big corporate. I mean, to be fair, like lower size games have won pretty consistently across the past 5 years. What we've got, Bellatro, Baldur's Gate 3. I'd say that's like AA, if anything, in terms of Baldur's Gate. And then now it's a race between Expedition 33 and nothing else. So indie games have been doing pretty decently. Silk Song talks? Yeah. Remember when the freaking advertisement game Astrobot won? Yeah, that feels very similar to like maybe a Wii Sports or something winning at that point. Hope KCD2. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? Yes, probably. Win some. It's a game from your neighboring country, Czechia. Oh, that's really cool. Hi, Slink. How you going? Hi, Crow. Yeah, doing okay. Doing okay. Last week was hectic, but doing a lot better now. Doing a lot better now. It's an alright roll. 13 is alright with me. Imagine Welcome Tour wins. The stupid Switch game where it just shows you moving around on the physical Nintendo Switch 2 and like prodding things. Yes, perfect. Yeah, can we have a world where that is a thing? Absolutely not. That'd be awful. That'd be awful. Slink, Crow, how are your weekends? Are you doing well? Interactive Owner's Manual. Yep. That you also have to pay for. Correct, yeah. Wii Sports, free. Make that game free. Welcome Tour? God, could you imagine? Could you imagine giving that gem away for no doubloons? Oh God, it'd be a missed business opportunity. We'd be missing out on all the buys. So many people probably bought that game. It's not true. I don't know a single person who bought Welcome Tour. Chillin', done with school for the year. Nice to hear. Nice to hear. Don't get why Expedition 33 is in the independent games category, because it's not indie by definition. They've got a publisher, or Hades 2 and Silksong, which are also there. Don't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind too much, given that it continues this really good precedent of original single player story game. Budget isn't insane, on the lower end of scope, but still like executes a really cool product. It continues with that momentum. It does suck because it means that, yeah, as you've said, it's not a fair race where you've got legitimate independent developers versus basically a single A developer. It's tough. It's tough. Defeated two bosses in Ark Survival in the past 2 days. Nice. Weekend was fine. Haven't been able to do much as you've spent the past 5 days recovering from surgery. What's with everybody having been crook? Everybody's been under the weather or incapacitated or something across the last 2 weeks. It's been insane. Like everyone. Literally everyone. Bonkers. You've been... okay, no. We've got an exception to the rule. At least not worse than usual. See, there you go. Just realised you're turning 28 in 12 days. Somebody write that down somewhere. 12 days and we all wish Fields a happy birthday as vengeance for wishing me happy birthday. Although, no, Alt is more the propagator of the happy birthday tradition. But still. Want to have some of the game for being able to show your dad when you visit for Christmas, but you also want to play more. I mean, you can always be like, hey dad, here's this new game that I haven't played yet. New save file. Not that hand motion. Did I do hand motion? Which hand motion did I do? It is 6th season though. Yeah, but not usually this degree. Still a smaller game. Wouldn't get mad if it wins, as long as it blows all those AAA titles out of there. I wouldn't mind AAA games winning if they deserved it, but they currently don't, so I don't think they should. And I feel as though they should start picking up some of the indie trends. Every year is it sort of from spring to summer at 6th season. Yeah, but just it's this degree of it that's blowing me away. Also getting stuff ready for the next boss. Nice. Heard so many people know you get sick too. Yep, like this regularity, it's insane. Gonna wish happy birthday on your back. We'll quick draw it, okay, Fields? I'll be standing like a couple of meters away from my monitor, and then we'll quick draw. so you can shoot first. 36th of November, clearly. Okay, noted in my calendar. 36th of November, Fields' birthday. Got to beat it on the hardest diff. Of course, it feels way better when you get the like most difficult challenge done. An email in regards to landscapes wanted to help. Yeah, yes, okay, yeah, I'll give it a look when I get an opportunity. Did the 6-7? Did I? Sure. 6th of December. Make notes. Yeah, please. 12 days away though, right? Yeah. Death Stranding 2 is not bad. It's just the same like last time with more weird Kojima stuff. Haven't played it since you don't own a console. I've never seen anything in Death Stranding or Death Stranding 2 that it's just all realism stuff, and it makes me yawn. Had 3 people call out sick from the theatre group yesterday. Yeah, see, more. 12 days in Australia. Wanting to let you know in case it goes into spam or something. Yeah, okay. Oh, no, I'll keep my eyes peeled. Thank you for letting me know. Back to cubes. Makes it either 7th or 5th. Where is Fields? Fields is in Australia. It's not true. He's off the mainland. I mean, he said 12 days, but I think he said it longer than 5 minutes ago. So it'd be 12 from the 24th. So it'd be 6 days and 6th. I think it's 6th of December. I assume so. I assume it's the 6th. Just saw that your what streak is. You cringe so hard. Did it reset? That's the thing. Realism is not an art style. Like it is, but it's not that unique compared to Expedition 33. That's what I mean. Is like it's kind of giving up an art style, if that makes sense. It's going, but it's not though. So you could have a game that's done in realism, but the environmental design is just insane. Like I'd say, what's a good example? There are none. Final Fantasy 13 is a game where the graphic style is realism, quote unquote, but it's a big fantasy environment with like big crystalline designs and interesting costumes and fun characters. Like there are elements to it that make it visually interesting. It's done in realism, but there is vision. There is vision for what the design of the game looks like. Death Stranding does have that. It does. Kind of, but not really, because it's got like interesting visuals with like the baby vest thing with the backpack, with the infinite backpack deal, whatever. But then it's just big, drab, non-exciting landscapes that you're moving through. I don't know, that's kind of the point, but still. You set it at 12? How hard is it to figure? Well, because you set it at 12, so it could be the 6th or the 7th. No, the 6th or the 7th. Yeah, 6th or the 7th, either. Australia is in the future. If you're in Australia, it's the 6th. If you're in America, it's the 5th. No, he's not in the US. He's related to Australia somewhat. Is the classic fantasy art style, even though it's based on the history of Czechia, for sure. But then it's got like a little bit of flavour, though, right? Final Fantasy 13 mentioned, yeah. Reset the counter. Really raining hard for you right now with lightning. Yes, I love rain. Yeah, see, Jinx, Jamie. Last of Us 2 was the most realistic game you've played. It was amazing, but it's pretty dividing. But still, I'd say the Last of Us series has a visual identity, you know? Even if it's going with like realistic graphics, quote unquote. It still has like a visual to share, if that makes sense. Like there's a vision. And a lead artist has essentially been like, I have a vision for this environment. I want strong greens with some oranges, you know, like you got something going on. Not minus 22 degrees anymore, which is nice. Oh, minus 22, good lord. I don't think we've hit minuses here in Australia ever, including the mountains. I think it's like 10 degrees on the big snowy mountains at the moment. Got some snow here too, though it doesn't stay. Yeah, no, I've very rarely been in a place that snows like in regular area. I think in Athens it snowed once while I was there. Just died down, like stopped all of a sudden. Want to see it? Because that's overgrown post-apocalyptic world. Yeah, exactly. It's got an identity. Yes, Death Stranding does as well. It's just not as strong, in my opinion. Humble. 10 degrees on the snow. Don't worry about it. Just don't think about the logic, and then you should be fine. Even Metro games are something like that. You recommend them? So that's what I'm saying, is I don't inherently have an issue with quote-unquote realism. I need something from it, you know? I need to hear the voice of a lead artist in the final product. Okay, let's put some backs into these cubes, shall we? You took a picture of your minus 22 degrees walk. I did see it with the scarf. Yeah. Built to survive the snowy apocalypse. I did like it. Did I not emoticon on it? Oh, sorry. Oh, you took more pics. Oh, yeah, you hit me with them. Melbourne had minus 7 degrees when you were a teenager, and a rare endangered ant species made its way into your room during that time. They only come out when it's colder than minus 5. Good lord! Migratory species, you think? Dino ant. For Dinovember. You'll love to see it. In and out of heavy light rain. It's Melbourne for you? Yeah, fair. Took more pics. It's the Borg. Where? They'll assimilate us. It's just spinning cubes. What's the worst that could happen? Being assimilated. Actually get snow. As long as the air up with the clouds is cold enough, it can snow. But yeah, they do. We do get snow on our mountains down here. Atomic Heart is going for that 60s era Soviet design, which is really dystopian because the game is alternate reality in which USSR won in World War II, while still also going for that realism. That's kind of what I mean, I guess, is that I don't inherently have an issue with somebody going like, I want to do a realism. It's more of a problem when you can clearly see that there was never really an idea for the game. It was just like, what if we were doing an assassination in Greece? What if we were doing assassinating in Greece? What would that look like? And then that's like the be-all, end-all of the creative process. It's like, let's be assassins in Greece. The end. There was no exploration of like fun, like old Greek urn illustration, depiction, character, nothing. It's just realism, assassins, Greece. Boom, done. Chuck it in the box. One of them, the Allspark. Oh, that's the trick, is you got to figure out which of the spinning cubes is the Allspark. Play Atomic Heart, play with Russian dialogue. English is bad. Was it originally done in Russian? Is that why there's the disparity between the quality? Only learned that the ant was a few years later too. Could have reported it if you'd known, because you'd only ever seen near Sydney and Perth, all history of 2 colonies ever found. Interesting. Massive ant though. Found it because you could hear its footsteps. Oh, good lord. American and English were there too. But the USSR did win. Yeah, no, for sure. I presume that Atomic Heart was more like, what if only the Russians won? Atomic Heart is basically Russian Bioshock. That's a fun way of describing it. Gonna turn into a truck. Oh, good lord. Have you seen those Halloween costumes actually, where people are dressed up as Transformers and they're literally just a series of boxes, and they can fold themselves up and look like little trucks? It's very funny. Quite late to the trend. I think this was popular like 15 years ago, but hey, better late than never. That'd be so much fun. There's a thing in Sea of Thieves called God, what's it called? There's a thing in Sea of Thieves where you hide yourself away on enemy ships, and you disguise yourself as a barrel. I like the idea of essentially intruding on somebody else's property, but you're just a stack of boxes. So, pranked. What are they going to do? Stowaway. Yeah, stowaway strats. The early gameplay trailers were in Russian. Could be wrong. I'm not too familiar with Atomic Heart, is why I ask. Ant doesn't have any proper defense except against cold. So other creatures find it, they eat them all, which is why they... of course. Attempt to grab the cat. Oh, absolutely not. Into the pit with you. Solid Snake stream. It's the Bone Collector, isn't it? It is the Bone Collector. It is. Imagining your golem hammock is full of straw, has the cape on top of it. It would be a cozy setup. Be a super cozy setup. You attempt to get in the general proximity of the cat. Oh, with a nat 20. I reckon she falls asleep on you at that point. Everyone should play Bioshock games. They're great, even though Bioshock for you is the weaker of the series. It's just some great moments, just like the first and Infinite are legendary. Infinite is one of my favorite games of all time. I've got it's not Birdsong, is it? The giant companion golem that she's got with her. I've got that as a little statue behind me somewhere. iPad Pro just straight up doesn't work anymore. Battery is gone. Looks like it'll be $200 to fix it. Oof. I mean, $200 is better than just a brand new iPad though. Oh no, Billy. Welcome back. Thank you, Alt. Good to be back. How you going, bud? How was your weekend? Don't know if I saw, because Twitch is lagging a bit for you, but you posted the pics now? Already saw them, don't I? No, I haven't had a look yet. It's a bird. Yeah. Love the first Bioshock. Not a huge fan of the other games. That's fair. Bioshock 1 was really strong. With the lighthouse opening, I think it's strongest opening to a game that I can think of off the top of my head. And it's huge because golems are big. So if you're small too, then you disappear into the tent. Better than 2.4K. Yeah. Yep. Got a free perfume. His confession. God. His confession being his confession being an odor makes it sound like a fart. No. Maybe I'm just in that tired, loopy mood at this point, but that's how my brain assesses that. Your weekend was all right? Just uni work and regular work? Your last week of uni for the year, though? Nice. His confession by Labu. Oh, God, no. Frozen Branches, though? First game had that plot twist. Feels great on the first playthrough. But other than that, the great FPS game. Even the plot of Infinite was really WTF moment for you. Yeah, I loved the twist in Infinite. Really, really, really fun. You really enjoyed the Asylum segment? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, with the weird like SCP siren head dude. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, I could agree with that. Great news, your final uni exam is on your birthday, which is boggers. Oh, hell yeah. Happy birthday. Honestly love camping in a beanbag hammock held between two giant golems. Wolves not being able to catch you because it's just out of reach. Golems can just slap them away, nice warm because buried in the tent. Doesn't just pull an old lightsaber, pulling out the dark side. Oh, good lord. Something like dual personality or something similar to that. The twist was more a what if. The twist was more, if this happens, then this happens, then this happens type deal. Less dual personality, more like a what if scenario. Which I really liked. Really, really, really liked. Happy birthday, my heart. Oh, thanks, bud. Bioshock 1 is hard to get back to. The game is very loud. A lot of sound effects going on at once, and you get lost. I wouldn't have thought of it that way, but I mean, it makes sense. It, especially with the jump scare mechanics coming into it as well. Imagine the golems just trudging along to controlling comfort. 42 degree. Oh, good. No. No. Remember, kids, if you see 42 degrees Celsius on the temperature block, just say no. He was Comstock, but Booker did it at the same time. Yes, but to avoid spoilers, it's technically true, but only if certain things play out. Hope Darkstalkers 3 rocks. Haven't had a really good hack and slash in a while. I heard good things about the first two. I didn't hear about there being a Darksiders 3. Wasn't that THQ? Trying to listen to the lore, but there are sirens. Blaring enemies screaming, kids attacking you, yeah. Huddle inside the shade and hope for the ace. Yeah. It's the only thing you can do to survive. Australia has like a 50% survival rate. I think I've said it in the past. I think the life expectancy of Australians is like, what, 13? So I'm doing pretty well for myself. Not to brag. Sat outside in 42 degrees Celsius for an hour and a half once. Had a rash from sweat. Yeah, yep. One thing happens and the other doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Just remember, kids, never too old to be too old for this ball. Yeah, yep. Huddle inside the AC of your trolley pusher shift tomorrow. Yeah, well, can they really get upset with you at that point? Because like they can see what the temperature is. Heck, who's going to the grocery store at that point? You know. Meant Darksiders 4, Darksiders 1 and 2 are good. Even Genesis is pretty good, but 3 sucks. Interesting. No, I hadn't heard of there being a 3, let alone a 4. 6.5 hour trolley pushing shift in 42 degrees Celsius weather tomorrow. It's just not good. It just no thank you. No thank you at that point. I mean, everybody else is sick at the moment. I'll just hit them with the I'm sick. can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sick of this treatment. You should throw something at the ground and then storm off. Just happened to pop into your head the moment it said, remember kids? That's fair. You're too nice to do that. Too nice for your own good. Too nice for your own good. I wonder if boldening all of the exterior lines will be a good look. Only one way to find out. Ooh. Now I forget the lines are wrong. Oops. Anyone played the Walking Dead games by Telltale? Still to this day, I can't go to the ending of the first season. I watched a playthrough of the first season. I didn't play it myself though. Bring an ice cloth, a spare bucket of water, dip the cloth in the water and shake it in the air to make it an evaporative cooler. I mean, you could potentially do that, right? Probably have enough bargaining chips to have 5 Powerades. That helps. On company money? Yeah. Devs for 4 are the same ones who did 2 and 3. Also did Remnant, so you have hope. So you have some hope still. Fair. I don't know. There have been too many instances of like, we're coming back. We're coming back to do this game series again. It's like, hooray! This is going to be great. And then they absolutely trip over themselves. It happened with was it Ukulele, where they were the original devs behind some of the original devs behind Banjo and Kazooie, and they kind of stacked it with the execution of the original Ukulele. They should bring back the Golem. Absolutely not. Absolutely. The Golem game that everyone hated. Hear the emotion in the voice acting at the end. Don't want to spot. Yeah. Yep. Ukulele was visually interesting, but played so dry. Yeah. Hi, Squid. Hi. Congratulations, Squid, for surviving another year. You got this. 44 times. You have no line. Congratulations for your 44. Ukulele was devs of Banjo-Tooie. Don't think many of them were actually on Kazooie though. Might be very wrong though. I'm not too sure. I just remember it being very much so a declaration of we've returned. Oh, you can get out with a 12, I think. Takes you some time, but you do eventually. Survived exams. Now you've got to survive exams that actually count in the end. You've got a year. You've got a year. Don't leave it for a year. Don't wait 12 months and be like, oh God, I should start studying. I'd recommend a slow but consistent turnout for study. It's like drawing studies, right? Where you can get a whole bunch of progress if you cram, I guess, but you're better off doing it a little bit every day. Okay, we've got enough spinning cubes. Save these for now. Speculating Valve is going to drop Half-Life 3 after the announcement of the Steam hardware. I mean... But that makes too much sense, is the problem. Perspective, rotating cubes. Add that to the list. Boom. Apparently you got a medium on your business exam this year, so you're happy with that? Medium being about 60 to 70% score. Oh, that's not bad. Doing 40% averages, then getting 95% on finals. Worked for years, could do that. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Welcome back. Okay, copy image. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Would go hard until you actually had to sit down and play it. Half-Life Portal game, card game. I mean, create new from movie? No, from clipboard. There we go. Imagine if the cubes got their top stretched upwards and twisted clockwise 40 to 45 degrees. Oh, for sure. Where you start messing with the three-dimensional shapes. Yeah, you could create some really fun spiral shapes. It would be fun. Okay, let's have a look. What angles do we have? I drew. Yeah, I did. Like magic. Okay. What does that tell us? This tells us that the horizon line is ish. Close enough. Which makes sense. It means that our eye line is lined up with that. So it means that if we were to walk forward and to stand underneath this arch, we would be about this big. Our head would be there, our neck would be there, shoulders. Like that would be us there. Because the eye line never changes, like the horizon line never changes. It always lines up with our head. So if we were standing a little bit closer, we'd be standing there. If we were standing even closer, we'd be here. Like it just all the way through to this dot here on the horizon. You have study periods now, so your school makes you drop one class, replace it with a study period. It feels so nice to have a bit of time to yourself after school. In school, yep. When they announced the Dota Artifact game, and the whole crowd went, "Oh, oh no." Do you guys not have phones? Some statements are not, shall we say, vetted the best. That's interesting. Why is that to there? Ah, I see the problem, because the ground drops in elevation. But then the doors don't actually, so the doors aren't, like the door frames aren't actually in parallel with the ground, if that makes sense. So door frame here, ground do this on a little bit of a slope. So it means this door frame and the ground aren't in parallel. That explains that. You got shut down really quickly though, you think? Science in my art? Oh yeah! Science in art is good. horizon line there. So in theory, these windows up here should be along this line here. Oh, and I think they are. Excellent. Okay, perspective still works. It's just because of... I chose a very weird image for this, but that's okay. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. With different elevations, I have to have a separate thing. Cool. I mean, I could always do... I'd imagine that... Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, it just works. That lines up with there. That lines up with there. Interesting. Okay, so like all of the lines on this building all line up with the secondary vanishing point. I'd imagine that if there were windows up the top, which I believe there are, they would all be on this line here. Cool. Another year done. That's all you care about, honestly. You did better than year 10, to be honest. Hey, there you go. There you go. The horizon vanishing point is all the way off to the left, not in the middle. I don't think it is, actually. Given that they all converge on that single point. Hello? Hi Vit, how you going? Following the lines instead of the building show, it's because their straightest edge make the the left line almost vertical. Sure. How you going, Vid? Welcome, welcome. How you going? How's your stream? Optical illusion with two characters being the same size but not looking the same size. Yeah, no, it's a little bit of a weird one. I've kind of shot myself in the foot choosing something where the ground isn't flat. That's the problem with this, is because the ground is on a downward elevation and because it's all scoopy, it means that it's on a different vanishing point. Specifically because it's not lining up with the building. As I said, the door frame is completely horizontal, but then the ground does this. So it means that the horizon line for the ground is different from the doorway that's actually horizontal. Stream good, thanks. Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. Usual business, Vid. If you've got anything that you'd like to share, I would love to see. Would love to see. Love to see. Is what you meant by off to the left. The first point made is in the middle. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Art and Farten doing this week's prompt challenge of grasslands. See how that turns out. Hell yeah. No, that's awesome. Got to turn down charity work tomorrow. You got to go turn down charity work. That's an awful feeling. Oops. Okay, so this building on the right, because it's built like a square, with actually straight lines, it makes a lot more structural sense in the ground because it's all floopy. Cool. That makes sense though. I'd imagine that if I raise that up to the side there, it would... Yeah, okay, so this wall here is also not straight. If this was a straight wall in line with this building here, I wouldn't be able to see this face. It'd be bent past the... It'd be like that. yeah, you wouldn't be able to see that wall, not nearly as much. Okay, this is a fun one. I like this a lot. Do you know why I like it? I like it specifically because it tells me that if I'm doing floopy things with architecture, I can just break all of the rules. This is glorious. What am I working on? I'm breaking down an image, and then I'm gonna do a quick attempt at a recreation of it. Because I'm working with a lot more structure stuff nowadays, and I've got no fundamentals with architectural stuff. So getting stuck into it and learning my perspective is helping. What stops me from breaking the rules anyway? It depends on what you want. If you want something that is gives you like an immersive feeling, like you feel like you could be standing on that street, you want to follow at least some of the rules. If you don't care about that at all, you don't have to. If you want to break that, you can break that too. If you want an image that makes you feel uncomfortable, you can go through and break the rules, right? With the intention of making people feel uncomfortable. It's good to know the rules though, because then you know what effect you're having on other people. It's the same with music. If you know what sounds nice, if you break the rules and make it sound not nice, you can make people feel uncomfortable, you know? I'm gonna head out. Just wanted to pop in and say hi since you haven't been here in a fair bit. Need to sleep. Feel so exhausted today. It felt horrible. Yeah, no, go sleep. Thanks for stopping in, bud. Rest up. Hopping out to Minecraft. See you later. Catch you, Jamie. Enjoy. Because I'm a nerd? Yeah, because I'm a nerd. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's exciting. Exactly. Super challenge during building perspectives. So is that what you do? It's a lesson that I need to learn the hard way. But before I get stuck into attempting to recreate it, I did say that I'd have a look at... Oh, Dust having sent through some of the snow pictures. Oh, good Lord. Talking about making people feel uncomfortable. Could you imagine being in this? So freaking cool. That's awesome. That street lamp isn't supposed to be on that angle. I've utilized my detective's eyeball, and that doesn't seem right. It's so cool. The frozen branches are so freaking cool. That's awesome. But thank you for sending this through. I could just imagine like a very folklore storytelling. You're alone in the woods. You're being hunted by a wolf who has the voice of your grandmother or something, and you're like running through these frozen branches. It'd be so sick. It'd be awesome. You got that at the moment? Really, Fred? Yeah, no, we never get that here in Australia. I mean, we might have light posts knocked over and stuff, but that's more because people have rammed them with their cars. No Winter Wonderland business though. Nothing like that. Be so comfortable there though. Just making sure it's not in the way of tall people walking. Sorry, excuse me, coming through. You could be without. I don't know. I'm a winter baby. Whenever I have experienced snow, I've been at peace. Finally peace. Okay, note to self. If I'm intentionally dropping elevation, this should be obvious, but it's actually interesting seeing it laid out in front of me right now. If I want to drop the elevation of footpath, but keep building not dropped in elevation, I create a secondary horizon line where you've got horizon line that belongs to the proper, and then you've got horizon line that belongs to the elevation of the ground. And then I can also make it look kind of quirky and small town by rotating some of the walls as well to kind of make it feel a little bit lopsided. I like a lot. Cool. Okay. Let me grab this as a reference. Cool. Chuck it in here. Over in a little document on the side. Forcing you out of your sandals. Used to think that you loved winters, but in reality, you prefer spring. That's when flowers are everywhere, temperatures is high enough for a t-shirt without getting cold, without getting sweaty. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's like a nice in-between. No, I can see that. I can see that. I'd say that I'm probably at my best in, as you said, like an autumn or a spring where you're not existing in the extremes. I die in summer. Like, I just absolutely flat out just destroyed. But those in-between climates are quite nice. No, I can agree with that. I don't know. I love rain. I love rain and snow. So whenever it is, let's get rid of those. Okay, make this a little bit larger. Rain and snow tend to happen during the winter time, so I'm screwed, basically. Don't worry too much about the details. Just get blocked color in, and then I can clean things up afterwards. This needs to be brighter. Yeah, something like that. No, not the autumn. Gets windy and cold. Yeah, but that's the best bit. That's the best bit. No, fair enough. Fair enough. No, that's actually good news for me, because then I get to keep all of the autumn to myself. How am I going for time? I've got 10 minutes. God, can I do anything in 10 minutes? I could do things in 10 minutes. I've been known to do things. Got to share with you. Ah, brick. Hands off, Noctua. It's mine. Day from being born in the exact middle of autumn. Have some claim here. Yeah, well, I was born smack bang in the middle of winter, so frick. Actually, oh god, am I directly in the middle? No. I'm slightly towards the latter end of winter. So I don't worry about it. Claim schmame. Who's to say? Am I saying this just because I've got no claim? Yes. Yes, I am. Confused for a second until you realised, oh right, winter. Yep. It's all a matter of perspective though. Like, winter, autumn, same thing. Bless you. What happened? Actually makes this much easier for you. Because your autumn is not... Ah, of course. Yeah, okay, we can go halvesies. But like, because... Wait, time zone actually being nice for once? We can go halvesies, but like we get the whole thing? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Your luck ran out. In regards to what? Gotcha. You know how I feel about the gotchas, Pretender. You don't need them. You don't need them, Pretender. Cut yourself loose. It's a little less than mid. Haven't gotten anything about above a 9 today. No double digits for you. You don't need them. You don't need them. You're stronger without them. Never going to gamble in my life. Yeah, I mean, casinos? No. I've never actually been tempted. D&D though. D&D is kind of like gamba. Actually, to be fair though, D&D is kind of like gamba, but you always win. D&D is gamba, but you always win. Because even if you roll poorly, you end up with a fun story, you know? You also gamba IRL, only with family though. Only with family is fine. I assume that you're not breaking the bank. All of my life savings on this one hand of poker. Your cousin asked you for a few rolls outside of session recently. You rolled 1, 1, and then 1 and 3 on an advantage roll. No! That's okay. Get them out of the way. Get it out. Those would have been ones that you'd rolled in session. Oh, dodged a bullet. Thought you were making a joke. Kept sending him a gift from the perception check song. Would have given you so much more though. I mean, true. We can't possibly progress with this quest. I'm blind. Gonna have to give me more lore, DM. Went to an interview on Friday. Nice. How'd you go? How'd you go? All the ones were rolled on the same die. The 3 was a different... Yeah, okay. Maybe that one dice hates you. Maybe that's the case. Perhaps that is the case. 3-week period before results. Ah, yeah, fair. More so, how do you feel you went? Were you confident going into it? Your mum knows a guy in the HR. Ah, okay. So you're almost a shoo-in. Yeah, okay. Good luck. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. You just needed to hear me say the words "good luck," and that tipped the scales. Do I need snoozers? Yeah, snoozing. It'll just be a half stream today. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Again, sorry for... No, I'll catch myself. I shouldn't apologize for last week because it was outside of my control. Thank you for putting up with me. It's probably a better way of putting it. Thank you for putting up with the shenanigans last week. And thank you very much for the warm welcome back. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. As I said earlier in the stream, I'll be working on studies for the next couple of weeks and then back to the usual, but I'll look to, as I said, put in something relatively consistent. It's been 2 hours already. It has. Watch shenanigans. Again, it's all up on the Discord if you did want to give it a read, but don't worry about it. It's all good. Everything's good now. Don't worry about it. Glad you could catch stream. Yeah, I'm glad you could hang out for a bit. I might need to snooze through here. Yes, there we go. It does a weird thing on OBS where I can't snooze it. It like has the snooze status from the previous stream. So if I've used all the snoozes, which I usually do, I can't snooze on OBS. I have to go to Twitch. Stayed home today too. Last sick day. Was nice to be here for this. By last sick day, I presume that you're almost completely mended at this point. Manifesting the one. A little bit off. To try to do some work and preparation for tomorrow. You got this. I'll be awake for a little bit after stream, so message me if you need anything. I'll go through that email that you sent through as well. Feeling pretty good. I'm just feeling a little lightheaded and dizzy when walking around during the weekend, so I didn't feel comfortable going outside. Yeah, that's fair. Better to be on the safer side of things. Agreed. I'll leave it there. We're at 2 hours. Final roll. There you go. Well and truly comfortably in the double digits. Easy. Okay. I'll do a bit of continuing of this tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Hope you had fun. As I said, it'll be back to the usual. Streaming hours are still going to be a little bit wonky for the next week or so, because I'm currently looking after a sick family member. But they should be full-length streams. Fingers crossed. I'll at the very least have like a half stream or something on days where I can't quite manage the full shebang. Have an excellent rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. Look after yourselves. I'll catch you later in the week. Bye, everybody. Bye.